How's it going, YouTube? And welcome back to Behind the Blade. It's currently Monday morning. Now, if you've seen our previous videos, you'll know that I had a bit of an emergency operation in the hospital and then wasn't feeling too great after. That ended me back up in hospital. Slowly but surely I'm getting there. My energy levels are still a little low, but I feel as if we can crack on with Behind the Blade this week. So it is currently 5:30 in the morning and I am on my way to collect Jack. There's been a lot of difficulties in the last couple of weeks, but there's also been a lot of positives, but I'm sure we'll get into that in this video. Let's get on with it. So we start the week off at the unit, preparing all the kit, ready to go do some maintenance at the school. The lads are in the truck, and as soon as that's packed up, I jump in the tractor and we head over to the first site of this school complex. By the time I get to site, the lads have already started and Ash has jumped on the right, doing all the smaller bits of grass. So I get the Trimax dropped, get that greased up. It's been a while, but let's get the show on the road, shall we? So as per usual, I start off with the boundary. Because of the tree growth, I'm leaving that nice and wide for the hustler to sort out afterwards. But we can start getting the stripes down, and the 5 AM, 6 AM sun is looking amazing. Now once this boundary line's done, we can get the GPS set up, and as you can see, I'm already on my AB lines, done a big chunk of it. Now I've missed a line, and that's because I'm doing double stripes. So when I get to the end, I turn around and then you can see the uncut stripe there. I just join onto that and get the GPS going, and we can set some nice double stripes. The reason I'm doing that is the turning space at the end of this field is fairly tight. Jack's off strimming as I'm still mowing the field, and Ash is still on the right doing the smaller bits. But we join that line and you can see the nice double stripes there starting to go down, and we can start getting this field finished off and ready to go for all the other bits. So I just rang Ash. Ash is going to get the line marking bits ready because I'm nearly done on the field. So it just means as soon as the grass is done, I can crack on with line marking, and then Jack and Ash can finish off the last bits on the field. Still got some grass to cut though. So once the grass is cut, we get Roy the robot out and we've got to get some line marking done here today. He's not been behaving for a long time, so hopefully he behaves today just so we can get this down. I've not got the energy to string it out. We start off with a javelin, and once that's done, we've got some rounders to do. So good so far, so let's see if he completes all the tasks at once. With the first site of this school complex done, we move over to the second field. Ash is already here with a hustler, giving me some wider boundary lines, so I've not got to get really close to the brush with the Trimax. And once the boundary's done, we can start getting the stripes down, and it's the perfect combination of low level sunlight for those stripes to look absolutely fantastic this morning. Taking it nice and easy here, but also trying to get it done as soon as possible so we can move on to the next side of this school complex. Okay, we're all done on this side with the tractor, so I'm now going to head over to the final side of this school and help the lads do the main body of the field with the tractor. They're already there sorting all the other bits, the hedge work, the strimming and the smaller pieces of grass. So let's go meet up with them. So with that school done, me and Jack now have to jump in the van and head down to another school to get some line marking complete. When we get on site, we get the robot out and he's still yet to be fixed. So it took a little bit while to get him calibrated and get him running, but we're finally here getting some hand football down and rounders. I'm guessing it's some summer activities for after school clubs. After that, we go to another football club and we've got an 11v11 initial to get down. And well, the doomed fate of Roy the robot strikes again. Not working at all. Just not playing ball. Anyway, we changed the settings so there's no reversing and he starts to get this 11v11 down, and I've got a little bit of a plan. So we get the Bocom trike out to fix things like this, and what I can do is I can set the width wider on the trike and try and sort that out because it looks horrendous currently.
So we are finally all done here. That took way longer than it should have. Gonna get all the kit packed up, gonna get Jack dropped home, and then I'm gonna go through a few things with you guys. Okay, so Jack has been dropped home, and I thought I would just address a couple of things that I have found with me being away, having bad health, just so potentially some of the things that I've put in place, some of the hardships that we came across whilst I wasn't here, might be able to help someone else. So the first thing that we have done is I'm installing critical illness and life cover for everyone in the business. So me, my wife, obviously Ash. So if one of us was to get ill, basically the business will get paid for the loss of earnings, and also so will the individual. So they'll be able to get a payout from the insurance or whatnot. So that's the first thing. The second thing I've put in place is moving bank accounts, because one of the things that we really struggled with, just the support that I got from the bank wasn't very good. So with me out of the business, although I don't conduct like 75% of the work, we dropped 75% in revenue, and that was mainly because I'm the guy that goes out, does all the quoting, chases new work and things like that. And with us not doing that, the diary started to drop a little bit. Obviously we had enough money to cover bills and whatnot, but in the future we don't want that happening again. So there is going to be a training program put in place where someone else, i.e. Ash, can go out and just basically enter on a spreadsheet what he thinks it will take, enter what he needs material wise, and then yeah, a quote will be able to be produced. So just little things like that, that obviously I'm a young lad, you oversight your health quite a lot, but all these small little processes and things could have caused absolute drastic outcomes, but they didn't, and we're through it. And as I said, I'm glad it happened. I'm glad that I was given this lesson early on. We've won some very, very good contracts whilst I've been away. They were in the pipeline for a while, and we're going to be bringing them to the channel, but I'm glad it happened now and not when they were in play, because things could have gone a lot worse and we could have potentially lost some really big contracts. So yeah, anyway, I'll probably delve more into bits and bobs that we're changing later on in the video, but that is Monday done, my first day, my first full proper day back, and yeah, feel okay, mega low on energy. Thank you for all the people that have reached out and supported us, whether that's viewers, subscribers or suppliers, all of that stuff. I just thank you all for your support, and it has been a tough one, but we are over the mountain, I believe. So see you tomorrow. Right, we are on site at the first parish council of the day and the only parish council of the day, so I don't know why I said that, but we have got jobs after this. Ashley's just prepping all of the kit, getting everything fueled up. Machines were fueled up this morning before we did the rabbit run, so yeah, let's crack on, see how long it takes us. After this we got a quote and a couple of other jobs, so first time back to a parish council, let's see what happens with the energy. One thing with the energy as well, since I was in hospital I lost like nearly 10 kilos, which is ridiculous, so trying to restock some energy with some meal replacement drinks. But yeah, if you want to sponsor the channel at all, I see they're sponsoring other videos and podcasts or whatnot, then give me a shout. But these are absolutely delicious. Anyway, let's get on with it.
So get on with it we do, and we start rattling through this parish council. Currently I'm on the right and I'm doing all of the blowing down, and Ash is with the cow on strimmers walking around doing all the strimming. Works really well when we start getting the parish council ticked off street by street, but when we get to some of the wider areas we're regretting not having a third person on the hustler, because those areas took a little bit longer than usual. We're trying to get the verges down. We did bring the hustler, but we just didn't have a third bum on the seat. So when we get to the large area stuff, I went to go grab that so we can get the playing fields and all of those bits sorted and done. We didn't film a lot because we just tried to rattle through it with two of us, and that's the end of this site. And that brings us to the last site of our day. So we start to get the mowers off the trailer. Ash has pulled the short straw today and he's on the right, so he's going to do all the detailing and all the edges to make sure that the hustler's got nice and wide room to get some stripes down. We get the hustler out to play and we start getting some stripes down. Having the right here to run around all the details, all the trees and all the smaller bits. Leaving the hustler to do all of the large acreage stuff. Nice and high quality, very efficiently at, you know, fairly high speeds, but I've enjoyed being back so far this week, and it's actually taken a little bit of stress and pressure away from the brain being back. Once that's done, we get all the strimming done, and that is us for today.
So we are on site. It is Wednesday and we are at one of our care homes. Just arrived, we're just going to run round and trim all the weeds, and then we've got quite a lot of hedge work to do, and then we'll concentrate on the back. There's a bit of bed work, a bit of hedge work and lots of mowing, so let's get on with it.
So we start off at the front of the care home and we just get all these hedges right down. Some of them have started to creep up over the windows, so we took some time to work on every single hedge at the front of the property just to get them down. Then once that was done, we worked at the back and did the exact same thing, concentrated on hedge work, cutting the hedges and getting rid of the waste as we go. Once that was done, Jack jumped on the wee bang and we started to get some stripes on the ground as I ran round with the strimmer doing all of the edges, and anything that needed strimming I did.
Right, strimming is all done. Jack is still mowing. I'm just going to grab the blower and start tidying all the paths. Then we got a bit of weed spraying to do and we're all sorted. Already feeling mega tired, and it's only about 11, so energy is needed. Thursday morning, we are at the yard. All three of us are in today. Ash had a day off yesterday after the care home yesterday. I know it seems like we're not doing a lot of work, but obviously I'm trying to get my energy back and just take it easy. But after yesterday, I had a meeting with a guy called Darren Copson, who's going to be sorting out critical illness and life insurance cover. So important meetings, and I also went to a quote. Anyway, we're here today. We've got all the kit ready already. We're just hooking the trailer up and we're on the way to a parish council. So let's get on with it.
So all three of us here at the parish council today, so we've brought out the big guns. We've got the hustler and the right, and someone is going to be strimming. We most likely take it in turns. We start off with the park, getting the park sorted before all the kids get here, as it's summer break. Jack's strimming up and I'm jumping on the hustler to do all the wide area stuff, and Ash is zipping around doing all the tighter bits on the right. We squish the park fairly quickly and then we can move on to the main body of the parish council work.
So I absolutely just hammered it down. So I went and grabbed the van so the lads could dry off and stay out the rain for a bit. And now I'm having to catch up because they're well ahead of me. So I'm just running around blowing all the paths up, but see if we catch them up.
Managed to catch him up about 10 minutes later, so I gave Ash the blower as soon as I got there and said, I need a break, I'm knackered. So I jumped straight onto the right and started getting some of the grass cut as Ash was running around behind me on the hustler and a strimmer. He's using the hustler for all the wider area stuff, and I'm just setting a boundary for him, and we can start walking through this parish council, getting the strimming, the blowing and the mowing done all at the same time, and we finally get close to finishing up.
So there we have it, the end of the first week back. It has been challenging and we've still got some challenges, but it could have been a lot worse. So thank you so much for watching Behind the Blade. Thank you for watching us from CutCrew Limited, and we shall see you in the next episode. Make sure you click all this stuff, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff, and we'll see you in the next one.